Moon Knight Episode 5 dropped a lot of major reveals and furthered some ties to Marvel Comics stories. Best episode yet? Beatty here with your Moon Knight Episode 5 breakdown video, and no pun intended, but this episode was insane. The reveals really paid off, the comics ties are super exciting, and the stage has been set for an epic finale. Spoilers ahead, let's jump in. The episode picks up in Dr. Harrow's office, which is the same room we saw earlier in the series full of Egyptian relics just before Mr. Knight appeared for the first time. This is said to be the Putnam Institute in Chicago, a location pulled from Marvel Comics. Taweret, the Egyptian goddess of women and children, has Stephen and Mark in the Duat, a dimension between life and the afterlife. She explains that there are several different versions of this type of space, naming the ancestral plane as another path between life and the afterlife, a reference to the world we have previously seen in Black Panther. In this case, they are all on a giant boat, which is far less fun looking than Thor's goat boat, but this is tying to Egyptian mythology, which believes that in death, a boat will take you across the river Styx and into the next step of eternal life. Much like the goldfish with one fin that Mark's brother was seen drawing in this episode, the boat appeared in Stephen's fish tank in episode 1. Taweret uses Mark and Stephen's hearts for judgment, but they cannot be weighed successfully. Part of me thought that they needed the third heart, that of Moon Knight's third personality, Jake Lockley, to pass through, and he'd come running into this fight scene to save the day. But it turns out Stephen and Mark just had to be honest with each other, and the hearts became pure enough to pass to the next stage of eternal life. Is Stephen actually going to be left behind and dead? I don't think so, but I don't know how they're going to save him either. Also possibly not dead is Mark's brother Randall. Randall Spector is a comics character who becomes the villain known as Hatchet Man. While it appears he has drowned in this MCU story, the comics have set the stage for the character to have survived and gone on his own path to become a villain. Definitely dead is Layla's father, calling straight back to Moon Knight's origin in the comics. Oscar Isaac told us this week that he wants to see the Bushman saga, which is where Layla's father was killed, be brought to life, and in this episode we hear Bushman get name dropped, just as we're learning that Bushman left Mark for dead and Khonshu saved Mark's life by making him his fist of vengeance, just like the comic. When Layla's dad is seen dead, he is wearing a scarlet scarf with a scarab on it, and shout out to Heavy Spoilers for jumping up this bit, Layla could become the Scarlet Scarab. Her father called her his little scarab, the scarf is scarlet, and all theory dots connect to make Layla Abdullah El Fayoli the MCU version of Abdul Fayol, a protector of Egypt known as the Scarlet Scarab. One last sliver of an Easter egg I have here for you. On the Tomb Buster poster in Mark's childhood bedroom, there is a name and it says Doug Perlin. This is a reference to Moon Knight co-creators Doug Mensch and Don Perlin. Overall, I declare this is the best episode of Moon Knight to date. Oscar Isaac's performances as Stephen and Mark are incredible. It's so good that I was just fully immersed in the scenes and never even thought about how he pulled it off with another actor there, then they had to switch them all out until I started writing this breakdown. The emotional payoff of Mark having created Stephen as a means to cope with trauma is tremendous. Stephen's reaction to being made up is powerful. It all stands as a good reminder to take care of yourself and get help if you need it. The visual effects were mostly impressive, although Taweret did clearly look computerized at times, and Marvel hasn't quite hit the Thanos quality of animation since, well, Thanos. With only one episode left, Moon Knight has delivered its best episode, and the finale is about to go absolutely bonkers. What did you think of Moon Knight Episode 5? Share your thoughts in the comments section or send them my way on Twitter at BrandonDavisBD. Make sure you subscribe to our Phase Zero YouTube channel and join us for live shows every Wednesday at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm BD. I'll see you there.